Alex, I was out in the garage yesterday staring at a pile of scrap Goncalo Alves, that beautiful tiger wood, and I realized something. My hands have spent 30 years learning how to make wood behave, but my brain is currently being lapped by a piece of plastic equipment that can change its own shoes.
Please tell me you aren't talking about the 3D printer again. Are you feeling threatened by a machine that runs on glorified weed whacker line?
Don't disparage the weed whacker line until you've seen what Creality is sliding onto the table this week. They've gone and built a full tool changer system. We aren't talking about one little nozzle trying to juggle colors like a circus clown. This thing actually parks the entire head, grabs a fresh one, and keeps on trucking with a different material entirely. It's like having a dedicated apprentice for every single task, and none of them talk back or steal your favorite chisel.
A tool changer? I remember you complaining that the old multi-material unit sounded like a bag of angry cats every time they retracted filament. Is this actually smoother, or is it just more moving parts to fix when things go south?
It's the difference between a Swiss watch and a wind-up toy. By swapping the entire tool head, you don't get that messy bleed where colors contaminate each other. It's surgical. They're leaning on that Clytek tech, which is basically the brain transplant the 3D printing world has been waiting for.
Okay, so it's precise, but if I'm honest, most 3D prints still look like, 3D prints. They have that I was made in a basement sheen.
You haven't seen the new Prusament TPU. They call it Galaxy Black. It's a flexible material, feels like a rubber gasket, but they've impregnated it with this glitter that makes it look like a midnight sky. I printed a custom handle for my rolling tool chest out of it. It's tough enough to take a beating, but looks like it belongs on a tuxedo.
Wait, did you basically give your toolbox a black tie makeover?
Every craftsman needs a little vanity, Alex. And for the folks who don't want to drop 3 grand on a tool changer, Prusa released this web app called Color Mix. It's wild. It manipulates the G-code to create these smooth color gradients. It's just clever math making the machine pretend it's an artist. It's the kind of shortcut I wish I had back when I was trying to stain pine to look like mahogany and failing miserably.
He's still sensitive about the mahogany incident of 1998, folks.
We agreed never to speak of the purple dresser again.
Moving on, since we're talking about leveling up, I saw the AWS Welding Journal for June just hit the stands. It looks like they're really leaning into the inspection side of the house this month.
They are, and it's about time. Look, I love the smell of burning rod as much as the next guy, but there comes a day when your knees start sending you a formal letter of resignation. That's where the CWI, the Certified Welding Inspector designation, comes in.
I feel like a lot of younger welders see the CWI as just the guy with the clipboard who tells you your beads are ugly. Is there actually a reason to chase it other than power tripping?
It's the golden ticket, Alex. If you're at the bench, you're trading your physical health for a paycheck. If you're the inspector, you're trading your knowledge. For anyone who's already got their CWI, the journal is laying out the path to the senior CWI. It's a 5-figure jump in salary in some markets. It's the difference between working for the project and owning the project.
So it's basically the boss fight of the welding world, but I bet the recertification process is a nightmare. Do you actually have to go back to school?
It's a grind. No sugarcoating it. You've got to stay current because the standards evolve. But look at it this way. I've seen guys who could weld a tin can to a battleship, but they couldn't read a blueprint to save their lives. The certification forces you to be the smartest person in the room. It's about becoming an elite technician. In this economy, being pretty good at a trade is a recipe for being replaceable. Being certified means you're the one they call when the bridge can't afford to fall down.
I like that. The bridge can't afford to fall down. Good motto for life, really. Speaking of making money, though, you were telling me about this estate sale thing earlier. It sounds a bit like professional scavenging.
That is the most Alex description I've ever heard. But honestly, it's a gold mine. Sue Antonori has been talking about how to run these auctions using platforms like Auction Ninja. Think about it. You're basically a liquidator. You go in, organize the chaos, and you can clear 5 grand in a weekend just by being the middleman.
5,000 in a weekend? Okay, Tiger, what's the catch? There's always a catch. Is it the smell of mothballs?
It's the labor, kid. It's sorting through 40 years of someone's treasures to find the actual silver. But for makers like us, it's a double win. You get paid to run the sale, and you get first look at the vintage tools. I found a 1940s Starrett micrometer at a sale last month that just needed a little love and some oil. It's better than anything you can buy at a big box store today.
So you're getting paid to shop for your own shop.
Don't tell my wife that part.
Your secret is safe with me and the thousands of people listening. But seriously, if someone doesn't want to spend their Saturday in a stranger's garage, I saw that Side Hustle Nation piece you bookmarked about gaming. Are we really telling people they can make a living on a PlayStation?
Modern times, Alex. I don't get it myself. I still think Pong was the peak of technology, but there are 22 different ways people are turning a controller into a paycheck. Testing, content, competitive play. If you're going to be on the couch anyway, you might as well have a revenue stream coming in. It beats my old side hustle of hoping the neighbor's fence blows down so I can get the repair job.
I think the neighbors started anchoring their posts in 3 feet of concrete specifically to avoid your help.
Ouch, fair but painful.
Let's get to the real DIY mastery stuff. I saw the video you shared of the guy making a block plane out of Goncalo Alves. You have a bit of a crush on that wood, don't you?
It's called tiger wood for a reason. It's dense, it's heavy, and it's got these dark streaks that look like it's moving even when it's sitting still. Making your own hand tool, a block plane specifically, is a rite of passage. There is a specific kind of satisfaction when you take a shaving off a board using a tool where you shape the body and you hone the blade. It's a conversation between you and the wood.
Is it actually better than a high-end metal plane? Or is this just craftsman romanticism?
A bit of both. A metal plane is a machine, a wooden plane is an extension of your arm. It grows on you. But if that's too intense, did you see the topiary rotations of dust video?
That sounds like an indie band name. It was actually about garden shrubs, right?
It's basically architectural sculpting with hedge trimmers. It's bizarre and beautiful. It makes me want to go out and turn my overgrown boxwoods into something that looks like it belongs in a surrealist painting. It's a reminder that making isn't just about the shop. It's about any space you can influence.
Just please don't sculpt the hedges into the shape of a 3D printer. I don't think I could handle the irony.
No promises. But for the folks who are actually being productive this weekend, the Backyard Project Journey series started. Part 1 is all about the planning, which, let's be honest, is where most DIY projects go to die.
Or where they become 3 times more expensive than they should be, because someone, naming no names, forgot to check where the gas line was.
Look, you hit one pipe in 20 years and you never hear the end of it. But that's the point of this series. It shows the messy, boring reality of the before. The permits, the layout, oh no, the ground isn't actually level moments. It's the most honest look at a renovation I've seen in a long time.
It is nice to see someone admit it's not all magic montage music and instant results. So, Tiger, we've covered tool changers, welding certs, estate sales, and tiger wood planes. What's the big takeaway for the den today?
I think it's about the next gear. Whether you're upgrading your printer's brain, moving from the welding torch to the inspector's clipboard, or turning a hobby like gaming or garage sailing into a business, you can't just stand still. The tools are changing, the trades are getting more specialized, and the maker mogul path is wider than it's ever been.
So basically, don't be the guy still trying to make Pong work in a VR world?
Exactly. Pick a path, whether it's the trades, the maker mogul route, or DIY mastery at home. Just keep your hands moving and your brain open. If you're not learning, you're just gathering dust.
And nobody wants to be a dusty shrub.
Speak for yourself. I'm quite comfortable with a little sawdust on my shoulders.
Thanks for hanging out in the den today. We'll see you next time.
Keep building, keep breaking things, and keep fixing them. Catch you later.